Hello everyone and welcome back to That One Gamer Plays Trauma Center Second Opinion. And in the last episode we defeated what the game said was the devil itself, and we also said goodbye to the Delphi laboratories when we were playing as Dr. Naomi Weaver. And as you can see here, the storylines have finally clashed, and we're gonna start what I believe is the final leg of this game, the final chapter. Let's begin. With Delphi exposed, it didn't take long for sleeper cells to be found and eliminated. The end of the medical terrorism seemed to be within reach. Professor Blackwell pledged his full cooperation with Caduceus in the ongoing investigation. Although it was his daughter's kidnapping that forced Blackwell to cooperate, he maintained that Delphi's actions would have been impossible without his research. When offered a formal pardon, Blackwell insisted that he serve out his term in prison. He thanked Derek and Angie for giving him a second chance to atone for his mistakes. The professor's testimony provided a clearer picture of the international terrorist organization known as Delphi and shed light on their intentions. Delphi held to a dangerous ideology preached by their leader, a mysterious man who called himself Adam. Their financial backing came primarily from holdings they absorbed from a number of international pharmaceutical conglomerates such as the IDOTH Cooperation. The major world powers combined resources in a massive search for Delphi's headquarters. It wasn't long before they located it, a fortified vessel in the Atlantic Ocean. Dr. Stiles and Nurse Angie were asked to accompany the British Navy in a raid on Delphi's aquatic facility. A horrifying discovery awaited them inside the vessel, one which demonstrated the cruel lengths to which Delphi had gone to develop their guilt. They had kidnapped children from all over the world to serve as hosts for the original subspecies of guilt. Whoa. Dr. Stiles and Angie operated on these victims, who were taken into protective custody once they were free of the virus. And in the hidden depths of the vessel, Derek came face to face with Adam, the mastermind behind medical terrorism and the main objective of the raid. Although having absorbed guilt into his own body, Adam had become scarcely more than a corpse. The vapors present in Adam's chamber was enough to momentarily incapacitate Derek, though British forces soon located and revived him. At last, the mission was complete. Adam's guilt infested remains were confiscated by the British Navy, and their current whereabouts are unknown. For all intents and purposes, Delphi has been destroyed. Several months have passed since that time. Caduceus USA has continued its ongoing battle against intractable diseases. They have seen many members come and go, but their mission to research new treatments has continued, with Dr. Derek Stiles at the forefront. Thanks to the vigilant efforts of Caduceus USA, memories of the plague known as guilt have finally started to vanish. However, what's going on here? Chapter 6, Dark Gospel. This new medication is sweet. The patients have been responding pretty well. Well, I'm not usually one to brag. Let's just say I expect nothing less than perfection. Shouldn't you give some credit to Blackwell since he, thought of it? There is a fine line between theory and creation. I question your abilities as a doctor if you don't appreciate that difference. Alright Victor, Blackwell thought up of a good method of treatment and he made it work. Can we drop it now? Whatever, I still made it work. Kinda sucks we're the only ones who will ever know Blackwell had anything to do with it. We're fortunate he agreed to help us while paying his debt to society. The world needs Professor Blackwell's research more than anyone will ever know. Welcome back, Dr. Stiles. You too, Angie. Thanks for the souvenirs. That pochi was delicious. I'm such a slave to Japanese treats. Glad you liked it. We didn't have much time to appreciate Tokyo though, since most of our time was spent on conferences and hospital visitations. I think I'm still a little jet lagged. Can't you at least try to act like you're a world-renowned super doctor? Have you heard back from Dr. Myers? I'd like to know how she's adjusting to Hope Hospital. Oh, I forgot. The director wanted to see you two as soon as you got back. It must be tough being so popular, huh? You better head up to his office. Well, thanks for letting us know. Think there's any chance he's going to give us a vacation? Ha! I seriously doubt it. A long-term assignment in Great Britain? Will I be going as well? Yes, they asked for both of you specifically. They're in the final stages of some project and they asked that our most skilled doctors participate. We were hesitant about their proposition, but considering they finally decided to ask for our help after months of silence, we agreed. Caduceus Europe will also be holding a conference there in about a month. We'd like you to attend that as well, and Director Hoffman will be joining you. Like you said, the British have been quiet about their research since the raid. Now all of a sudden they're asking outside organisations for help with some project. They must be extremely confident if they're willing to break their silence on the issue, considering they were unwilling to share any information on Delphi only months ago. We would like you to keep us posted on their activities while you're there. So they're sharing the data. I thought you said they just wanted skilled surgeons. They made sure we understood none of their research was to be made public. Director Miller is a good man, but I worry about all his secrecy. I can only assume the government wanted to have others involved as safety measures. Are you willing to accept, knowing that there's more to this than meets the eye? I understand the situation, but if they need our help, I'm willing to go. We accept. We've made preparations for you to leave in 5 days. You'll be on duty as usual until then. I'll see you both in a month. We're heading to Great Britain. Whoop! I'm guessing we're going to Caduceus Europe. It's a nice change. Great Britain. Huh. Royal Air Base, Caduceus Director's Office. This is already looking much nicer. Caduceus Europe, Director's Office. Thank you for coming all this way. I'm sure you're both quite tired. I don't believe we've spoken since the Delphi raid. It feels so good to see old friends again. It was a difficult mission, but I'm glad everything turned out for the best. It's an honor to be invited here. Miss Thompson, please let me know if there's anything we can do to make your stay easier. After all, I'm sure Dr. Styles owes much of his success to having you at his side. Thank you, Director. I'm positive Dr. Styles and I will both learn quite a bit during our stay. Allow me to introduce you both to Dr. Owen, our research executive. He will be supervising all the research you take part in while you're here with us. It's an honor to meet you both, Dr. Styles, Nurse Thompson. This guy looks shady. Your work on our project will be quite pivotal, I'm certain. Nice to meet you. Dr. Owen was actually the first person to recommend your involvement. He believed that only doctors of your talent would be able to complete these final stages. You might think I'm being selfish, but this is something only you two can handle. Hopefully we won't embarrass ourselves too badly. Well then, if you follow me, I can fill you in on the details of our research. Whoa, what is this? Caduceus Europe Research Laboratory. The results of our regenerative treatments have been far beyond expectation. If I might be so bold, I would say we're about to turn medical science on its head. As you can see, we transplant these neo cells in hopes that they regenerate the lost tissue. What's surprising is how quickly it occurs and the low rate of autoimmune difficulties. This is only possible because of our advanced facilities and brilliant researchers. If we were as limited as the other branches of Caduceus, I doubt our research would have advanced even half as quickly. Hey, I'm impressed. I didn't realize you guys were working on something like this. But what does any of this have to do with guilt research? Most of the theories we put into practice are based on what we have learnt fighting guilt. I'm afraid I can't say no more than that. We're saving the finer details for our conference. You said you've already treated hundreds of patients with regenerative technology. We'll be visiting those patients tomorrow. It will be easier to understand if you can see their recoveries for yourself. Ah, Dr. Kimishima, have you finished your rounds for the day? Yes, Director. I assume these are the doctors from America? Your timing couldn't be better. Allow me to introduce you. Dr. Styles, this is Dr. Naomi Kimishima. She's been working with us for some time. Like you, she specializes in miracle surgeries. A pleasure to meet you. Anata Gayume na Styles, sensei ne. Oh god. It's nice to meet you. I'm afraid I don't understand what you just said, Dr. Kimishima. Oh my, mistake. I was under the impression you had recently traveled to Japan. She actually hailed from Japan originally. That, however, is not important. She's been supporting our research in a number of ways with her unique talents. In a perfect world, she would be able to work in your place. However, there's been a problem. A problem? There have been isolated reports of guilt throughout Europe, even after Delphi's defeat. Unfortunately, we have no idea what could be causing them. There has been speculation that these outbreaks are occurring naturally, but splinters of Delphi are far more likely. The CIA have been investigating this as well. Dr. Kimishima has her hands full treating the guilt victims as they've brought in. That is why we cannot have her working on research full time. We may also need you to assist her occasionally, Dr. Styles. I hope that you understand. Of course, I'd be glad to help. I didn't realize there were still guilt outbreaks. It would appear Delphi's power runs deeper than anyone thought possible. It's a lot of dialogue. I mean, I've totally botched up that Japanese there. Holy crap. Relapse. "32 hours have passed since the patient was infected. Her vitals are relatively stable, but we have no indication how long that will last. The chiral reaction indicates Tati and we know it's in her liver. However, these tests exercise every precaution. This strain seems unusually contagious. I've updated a chart. We have a lot of experience treating this guilt, and will proceed as normal. Yes, if you require any additional tools, don't hesitate to let me know. I believe you'll find our facilities to be state of the art. I'm expecting a flawless performance. We'll do our best. I'm going to be observing this one from the monitoring station. I'm interested to see what your healing touch is like, Styles. Let's go! Tati bodies detected, means of infection unknown and currently under investigation. Caduceus Europe's tests were correct. This is definitely Tati, though the symptoms are a little unusual. Let's treat it normally, but be prepared in case anything unexpected happens. You can handle this, Doctor. I believe in you. Yeah, you're right. Are you feeling alright, Derek? Sure, I'm fine. And I'll keep you posted on anything unusual. You just concentrate on the procedure. The only problem we can anticipate with Tati is changes in its synchronicity. Once we observe its movement pattern, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's true. Let's hope we don't need to worry about anything beyond our objective. Exterminate the Tati cells. I'm ready when you are.
Let's begin the operation.
Okay, let's begin. Beep, hop. Should be simple and straightforward.
Let's begin.
Hopefully. They did say something was not to expect anything. Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh, I just gotta get used to it. It's alright. No biggie, Maggie.
You did
Bada
it.
bing. See, seems
What is that?
normal. Oh.
Doctor.
Huh. Tati never's reacted that way before. Doctor, are you alright? Nope. Yeah, it just surprised me as well. We should continue then. Oh no, it spiked. The reactions have spiked. Careful, boss. Aye.
Doctor.
Doctor, I figured it out. You can distinguish between...
What is that?
Oh my god. She literally just said, yeah, you can distinguish them by the turd that they're like producing, but like, come on. Oh, seems like Derek is kicking the bucket. Hey, slow down! Oh my god. So far so good. Derek doesn't seem to be alright though. Hey! Hey! Stop moving. There you go.
The reaction is negative.
The patient's sudden infection may have been caused by those toxic excretions. We'll have to look into it further once the patient is awake. Seems alright, but Derek... What's happened to Derek?
Nice work, Dr. Styles.
Operation complete. That was nothing unusual. See. What the... What's wrong with... Dr. Styles? Is there something wrong with the patient? No, this... Derek, what happened? His symptoms. This is bad. Order a chiro test immediately. He may have been infected. Oh no. Oh no. Second opinion. As you can see, Derek collapsed and we don't know why. He possibly may be infected with guilt. And we'll have to see what happens to him next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was a lot of dialogue, but hopefully it was very interesting. And you know, it's a new change of scenery, him being in Europe and all. And in the next episode we'll take a look at what happens to him. Like if you liked the video, disliked if you didn't like the video, leave a comment down below if you want, and subscribe if you really like this video. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Bye bye.